Milagro reacts to Megan Thee Stallion's response to Tory Lanez attorney's press conference.
Child, yesterday was a mess. My phone ain't never charged. But I ain't gonna lie, I like when my phone die. Because I be telling the truth. I be like, I went on my phone. They said the comments was in shambles.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I think that the biggest thing is that you can only control or manipulate or guide or influence for so long. At a point, even the most vanilla nigga will have to say, wait a minute, well, you know? And I think that that's all that's happened. And it's so crazy. Is shit still funny today? Or not? Are y'all still laughing or not? And I had made a comment before. I won't make it again. It gets me in trouble, but I just feel like this is what the fuck I was talking about, like day for day. Like, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that statement was smart. But you know, people do things that aren't in their best interest all the time. So that's the choice she decided to make. It's the it's the praying for her on Monday at the press conference. And then the next week she calling that a fucking demon. Like, girl, the shit just be so like a temper tantrum. And do you see the pattern when the public is not favorable to her? Do you see the way that there's this kicking and screaming and these accusations? To see you guys get accused. Let me ask you, how did you guys feel being accused of harassment? And how did you feel being accused of being paid? She done flipped it on y'all. She say y'all getting paid. She say y'all harassing her. Let me tell you something. You, and I'm going to tell you plainly, you are a stupid bitch if you sit up and allow anyone to make you believe that saying, first bitch saying free Tory. If you stand for something that you believe in, which is your right, and someone says that's harassment, and if you feel like those are one and the same and you go for that, I think you stupid. So this idea that is the appeals court null and void now? Or what? Why do we have an appeals court? The appeals court was created to take pressure off, and lighten the load a little bit. But at its core, it's there so that if people want to contest a sentence, they can. Because the system is flawed, right? Okay. It was, to me, a mistake to come out in an emotional way and express the things that were expressed. I think that the lawyer saying something should have been enough, even though it was a poor response, in my opinion. It lacked any type of critical thinking. I feel like it lacked any real rebuttal. Like I feel like it lacked anything of substance. It just was one of those blanket, here, because there's this pressure to say something. So here you go. So his response wasn't about nothing. And then she comes out and seemingly throws a fit, but she's not addressing the key points. And then I'm not understanding the misplaced anger. Bradley James, first of all y'all playing stupid. Why are they just now saying something? Why wasn't this filed with the courts? Let me help you understand. Child, look. Daystar's appeal had already been submitted. Okay? With the appeal already being submitted and fully briefed, what does that mean? That means that everyone that needs to look at these documents has looked at these documents. The only thing that anyone is waiting on is a response. So why on earth would he go when there are a lot of facts that support, I feel like the position that he should get a retrial at the very least, if not exonerated. When you have all of these things present, that is enough. What they submitted is enough in a world where justice is supposed to prevail. That is. So when you're asking the question, well, why is this not included? And they come into the public to say something. Are you purposefully being dense? Or do you really want to have dialogue? Or are you just fucking dumb? I mean, help me understand who I'm talking to. Okay, but for the people that really want to understand because you're not getting it and you feel like this is a public play, let me explain it to you. It's very simple, actually. The appeal was submitted. It's been fully briefed. We're waiting on an answer. Are these things related? The things I'm about to say, that's for you to speculate. But I'm going to tell you the course of events. New York Post is doing an op-ed piece that Gianno Caldwell is a part of, right? When you're doing op-ed pieces, when you're writing articles, doing write-ups and all this kind of shit, as a journalist, okay, as a journalist, you are to go to these different people that are being discussed and give them the opportunity to respond. So that if they have something to say to what your broad topic is or some of the things that you care to divulge based on what was said, they can. Okay. The claim is that teams were reached out to and shortly thereafter, stab. Okay. When this situation happens, there's now more pressure to get this person out of this situation because we don't have an answer yet. Who knows when we'll get an answer? And this is now a dire situation. It was already an unjust situation, but he was dealing with it, right? It's been years, right? Has Daystar ever held a press conference before? Did I blink? I mean, this whole time, has anybody corralled anybody and stood at a podium and had a talk? No. So only when this man almost lost his life did they say, you know what? We need to compel the public to say something because we need results and we need this sped up at this point. That's the reason why you found out about Bradley James. Otherwise, you wouldn't have heard about it until the op-ed piece came out. So they feel compelled at this point to come forward and say, we need to put a rush on this. So let the public know that even though we have all of this, we got one more piece of information that we can give to you. That don't mean that that's everything, but I'm going to give you a little bit. So they did a press conference and y'all got the tip of the... I mean, it's not the whole thing, but it's something. And that can feel good too. Very good. So basically, they go to the press conference and they say, well, this man named Bradley James says that he can't live with himself because, child, he said he heard this and he didn't sign the affidavit. Okay. Can you help me understand? My baby girl is sitting up here saying, Tory, leave me alone, you fucking demon. When this is laid up, stabbed up. Hello? I mean, who was talking to you? Who you mad at? Are you mad at the man that stabbed him? Because if you really want to get to the root of how all this started, he got stabbed. What did they say? He didn't say nothing. Like, what did he say? So so you mad at the man, the Mexican man? Or are you mad at Bradley James for saying what he said in an assigned affidavit? How did it say the affidavit? Or are you upset with Gianno Caldwell because he held a press conference? Are you upset with Diane? Or who are you upset with? Are you upset with the podium? The camera crew? The people who built the structure where they stood on the rooftop to give the press conference? Who is the anger towards? Who you mad at? Because the people responding to factual information, that can't never be a problem. And then here goes this comment. I'm off this silly ass internet shit. The internet wasn't silly when it was being weaponized against everybody else. It's silly today? That's crazy. It wasn't silly that whole time. I see people making comments about because the congresswoman said something. She need to say something good. The whole damn cabinet need to say something, if you ask me. Good. Great. And they want to bring up, I seen what she said. I saw that she brought up, and hold on, let me catch you. I thought that you made me laugh. Oh, I was talking about the political parties. So people are making mention of the fact that, the people are speaking out. The congresswoman, Diane, but it wasn't an issue when the Democrats were speaking. First of all, if you really want to take it back, yesterday no, I did not watch the show. I'm not watching this shit. I heard it's good though, actually, but I ain't supporting it. It was Malcolm X's birthday yesterday. So rest in peace to Malcolm X. Happy birthday to Malcolm. Happy heavenly birthday to Malcolm X. Do y'all remember the whole performance with the twerking in the Twilight Zone and the Malcolm X in the background? That disrespectful shit. Politics been at play. They've been using politics. Was it an issue when people was down at the White House? Was it an issue when people was all in photo ops with Kamala, who was running for the president of the United States of America? Hello? Was it politics when Maxine Waters signed that letter? Or all of those agencies came forward on her behalf? I mean, come on now. Then, in the comment that this girl makes, she says that she don't want to relive this situation. How many times she going to relive it? You tell us. You said in 2020, when was that, 2023? Whenever you said you wasn't going to talk about that anymore, that you had moved on. Next thing you know, she rapping. Didn't she just put out some music talking about he in jail and she didn't throw away the key? Interviews, documentary. Hello? You talking about reliving it. You the one that keep on going under the bed, pulling the box out, opening it up and saying, do you remember the time, Michael Jackson?
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.